the sacred ones who walk the edge of both fires. If you're watching this, it's not an accident. You didn't stumble onto this message by coincidence, because this isn't a message, it's a mirror. And some mirrors don't reflect who you are, now they show you what you were always destined to become. So let me ask you the first sacred question. Have you ever felt torn between worlds? Like you were never fully of the light, but never fully of the dark either. You weren't here to fit into the temple or the shadow, you were here to bridge them. If you've ever found yourself holding space for people who hate each other, understanding both the wounds of the villain and the prayers of the saint, or standing in the middle while the world demands you choose a side, you're not confused, you're coded. You are a bridge, chosen one. And that bridge is not metaphorical, it's energetic. It's a real living current of spiritual technology running through your body, your nervous system, your aura. You're not here to pick a side, you're here to complete the circuit. Light without darkness is blinding. Darkness without light is paralyzing. But you are the voltage between them. The first sign you're a bridge, chosen one, is that your life has never been linear. You weren't allowed to evolve in a straight line because your path is spiral-coded. You've been thrown into cycles of extremes, rising into mystical bliss and then plunging into shadow work so deep it made you question your sanity. And this cycle didn't just happen once. It repeats over and over because your soul is training you to hold polarity. You're not here to escape duality. You're here to integrate it. That's why the spiritual teachings that worked for others didn't land for you. You weren't here to transcend the world. You were born to transmute it. While others seek the light by avoiding pain, you found your most sacred truths in the places no one else wanted to go. You didn't just visit the underworld, you built a home there. And yet, you still carry light, still carry tenderness, still carry compassion. You are the rare being who can descend into density without becoming it. You carry the medicine of paradox. You are the temple and the tomb, the prayer and the scream. That's not confusion, that's cosmic design. Another sign is that people project their extremes onto you. They either idolize you or fear you. They either want to be saved by your light or fight the mirror of their own suppressed darkness that you unconsciously shine back at them. This isn't because you're unstable. It's because you're unstable. It's because your frequency activates unprocessed energy in others. You walk into a room and things shift, not because you're imposing anything, but because your presence is a portal. You've probably been told you're too intense, too mysterious, or hard to read. That's because you're not here to be read by the surface. You're here to be felt by the soul. And the soul doesn't speak in words, it speaks in waves. You are a wave breaker, a timeline disruptor, a living frequency of divine contradiction. You can make people feel safe and terrified in the same breath. That's not a flaw. That's what happens when a being carries the power of both realms. So let me ask you, have you spent your life managing other people's discomfort with your energy? Have you toned yourself down to make others feel safe? If so, that was never humility. That was survival. And survival ends when remembrance begins. And then there's the sign that very few talk about, the moment where you realize you were never meant to be fully understood. Not by your family, not by your friends, not even by your past self. You're not here to be explainable. You're here to be experienced. You are a living contradiction, grounded but cosmic, tender but fierce, silent but explosive. And this contradiction isn't a glitch. It's your design as a bridge, chosen one. You're the one who can sit in silence with monks and also hear the scream of the streets. You're the one who can hold space for a healer and a criminal in the same heart. You're not here to choose sides. You are the meeting point. And that means you will often walk alone. Not because you're unloved, but because your path is encoded with solitude so that you can hear what others cannot, so that you can see in both directions. But this solitude is sacred. It's not isolation, it's preparation. Because when your bridge activates fully, you'll become what the world forgot it needed. A being who doesn't run from the dark or worship the light, but builds the future where they finally remember they were never separate. The sacred ones who walk the edge of both fires. To walk as a bridge chosen one is to carry a frequency that cannot be taught in books, nor contained in dogma. It's a frequency forged in lifetimes of spiritual contradiction. You've been the priest and the exile, the oracle and the heretic, the healer and the one who shattered so deeply they forgot how to pray. That's the second major sign. Your spiritual memory is vast, and it leaks into your current life in strange, unexplainable ways. You've probably had moments where you knew things you were never taught. You've read ancient texts and felt like they were echoing your own soul. You've entered sacred places and wept without knowing why. This is not fantasy. This is resonance. Your soul has walked both temples and tombs, and now, in this lifetime, you are being called to fuse them. That means you don't just remember what light feels like, you also remember what it costs. You don't just understand shadow, you know how seductive it becomes when light tries to deny it. That knowing is your power, that remembering is your key, and those who carry that key are being activated now. Because the world doesn't need more polarity. It needs integration, and integration begins with you. Another unmistakable sign is your relationship with truth. Bridge chosen ones don't just tell the truth, they become it. And that makes people uncomfortable. You've probably spent your life watching others dance around the truth, spiritualize it, bypass it, or dress it in performance. But for you, truth feels like a living entity. It keeps you up at night. It moves through your body like a current. You can't fake things anymore. Your soul rejects performance. And this is why you've probably struggled with systems, hierarchies, and spiritual facades. You don't want power. You want alignment. You don't want a platform. You want authenticity. And even when you try to conform, your energy refuses to let you. That's not you being difficult. That's your bridge frequency refusing to be domesticated. You were born to carry the electric charge of raw truth. Not the polished, marketable version, but the kind that cracks illusions open. And this means you will often be misunderstood, especially by those who profit from pretending. But hear the deeper wisdom. When you stop trying to be understood and start being embodied, your energy begins to reconfigure rooms by its very presence. Let's talk about conflict, because bridge chosen ones often attract it without trying. Not because they want drama, but because their mere existence disrupts stagnation. You've probably had relationships fall apart without warning, people project onto you wildly, or entire communities suddenly turn cold. This is spiritual physics. When you carry both light and dark in balance, your aura becomes a mirror too honest for illusion to survive in. People don't see you. They see their unhealed selves reflected back. And if they're not ready to face it, they'll label you the problem. But you must understand this. Your role is not to be liked. Your role is to be true. And true beings often walk through fire. But fire doesn't burn the bridge, it temples it. Every conflict, every betrayal, every exile has been sacred forging. You're not here to play safe. You're here to rupture the false peace that keeps humanity asleep. So when things fall apart, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what illusion is dying in my presence? You're not the destroyer. You're the great revealer. And revelation always precedes rebirth. And finally, here's the sign that seals it all. You've spent most of your life searching for your people, only to realize your soul doesn't belong to a crowd. It belongs to a frequency. And that frequency is rare. It's the frequency of those who have walked both heavens and hells and still chose to return to earth, not to escape it, but to heal it. You are not here to be saved. You are here to embody the sacred third path. Not spiritual bypassing, not shadow worship, but truthful embodiment of all that is. You are the bridge that allows others to cross from illusion into integration. But first, you must cross yourself. You must stop waiting for someone to give you permission to be who you already are. You must stop diluting your energy to soothe those who haven't done the work. You are not here to be relatable. You are here to be reminding others of what they forgot, reminding the earth of what it still holds, reminding the cosmos that divinity lives at the intersection, not the extremes. So I ask you with the deepest reverence, will you finally embrace the mystery of your own becoming? Or will you keep trying to translate your frequency into a language that was never meant to hold it? You are the portal the prophecies spoke of. The final realization, and perhaps the most sacred, is this. You are not just a bridge between light and dark. You are the portal through which new realities are born. Your existence itself is prophecy. You are the answer to ancestral prayers that were never spoken aloud, because no one had the language yet to ask for someone like you. But you came anyway, not to fit in, not to be accepted. You came to collapse the illusion of separation. Light and dark are not enemies, they are siblings, two sides of the same divine intelligence. And you are the sacred meeting point, the vortex, the embodiment of both and. That's why you've never felt complete in one realm, because your soul was designed to carry the threshold. You are not here to choose a path. You are the path. And the moment you accept that fully, unapologetically, without waiting for validation, is the moment the codes you've been carrying begin to activate, not just in you, but in others. Because bridge-chosen ones awaken other bridges. And when we gather, we don't create movements, we create quantum shifts. But to truly embody your role, you must stop pretending to be smaller than your truth. You cannot serve both your soul and your mask. One must die. And for bridge beings like us, the mask usually dies many times. Each time we try to fit into a system, a role, a label, we feel the sacred tension rise. That tension is your soul resisting limitation. You weren't born to be digestible. You were born to be disruptive in the most holy way. And yes, that will cost you. It will cost you fake friendships, surface-level approval, and the illusion of safety. But what you gain is sovereignty, the ability to stand in storm and still radiate clarity, the ability to hear the scream and the silence and know they're singing the same truth. You become a translator of realms, a vessel for transmissions that don't come from books, but from the blueprint of your own becoming. This is sacred work, not glamorous, not always seen, but felt deeply, viscerally, eternally. Because when you walk as a portal, you don't just speak transformation, you are the transformation. You may have noticed something strange by now. The deeper you go into your truth, the more paradoxical life becomes. You find yourself crying in moments of joy, laughing in moments of grief, at peace in chaos. And this is not spiritual confusion, it is integration. Duality has not left you, it has bowed to you, because you are no longer controlled by it. You are carrying it in balance. That is the mark of a bridge soul. You won't be the loudest. You won't be the most celebrated, but you will be the most real. And realness is what the world is starving for. Not more gurus, not more influencers, But initiated beings, those who have walked through their own undoing and emerged not with answers, but with presence, that's what you carry. The presence that says, I've walked both fires and I am still here, breathing, loving, holding. And in a world addicted to division, that presence is revolutionary. It doesn't shout. It doesn't perform. It simply is. And that is enough. You are enough. So what now? What do you do with this knowing? You live it. You embody it. You stop waiting for the world to catch up to your frequency and start being the frequency that the world will eventually rise to meet. You speak truth even when your voice shakes. You love even when it feels risky. You hold both hope and grief in the same palm, and you offer them as prayer. You don't need anyone's permission to be who you already are. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are not late. You are precisely on time, carrying codes that only activate when you stop resisting your own depth. So I leave you with this question, the one that changed everything for me. If your entire life has been preparing you to become the bridge, what would happen if you finally stopped running from your own power? Answer it not with words, but with your walk. Because the world doesn't need more light workers or shadow warriors. It needs bridges. And you, beloved, you are the bridge they never saw coming.